Hey people, Infant here, February 3 Faction War. This is Cathari Ruins and Ordo Malleus versus Orks. For the blue Ordo Malleus team, Sergeant Smith 501 is an Eversor assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death alongside. I'm Tilted is a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster of strong support and control, and rounding off the blue team, St. Galahad's brother captain, a durable hero walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support fighting in melee. Red Orks, Laurr is a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter being all sneaky, gonna open up some Daka on those stormtroopers and immediately makes them leave. Rounding off the teams, we have a couple of Warbosses. This is the Tenso with a freebooters Ork and DoomTrooper with the blood axes. These guys walk through objects, want to just smash up the place basically with some support and disruption fighting in melee. The Tenso might be persuaded to leave right here. They're doubling the mid, the Ordo Malleus. DoomTrooper needs to recognize and come and help a bit while still maintaining the caps, of course. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Doesn't want to just run in alone again, so they're waiting. The Tenso getting a shrine up. A war banner. I guess it's kind of like an Orky shrine. There comes the Rift Tear to slow down these shooters. But the captain gets in with a big special attack. Strat squad as well, of course. Now we have sluggers going in on Strat squad. They should be able to deal with those sluggers since they don't have their burners or anything. Double shooters getting way too close and sluggers need to be running. They're still in play here. They're very low. And a strike squad coming in from the flank, and down they go. Those were the Tenso's sluggers. Eversor assassin showing up to help as well. I guess they've popped their Psychon already. And we're going to see shooters with a knob leader get away. The Warboss of the Tenso's come back out to say hello to these fellas here. Can they get a model? Nope, special attack which misses. 2-to-1 cap very early on for the Orks. Looters on the way for the Tenso. Good shout, I think. Might force interceptor purchases. That was a stomp. And the Warboss leaves. A little bit of XP on the Daemonhunter, a little bit of XP on the brother captain. They've got the bulwark, which grants melee damage resistance and a damage bonus. I believe it's 35% damage resist and a 15% damage bonus. Nice thing to just throw up on a melee squad though, including your Strat squad early on, of course. Big old retreat in the face of the Death Gun looters. And I don't know if there was another gen there. Speaking of bashing, sluggers getting some work done here with burners. These are DoomTroopers. Again, not sure if there were gens here. I would expect there were. And they got them if there were. So well done, fellas, maybe. Brother Captain helping out. Don't think they needed it though. Tomes of Titan Strat squad here. I don't think they threw their banishment in. Guess they didn't need to. Any other Tomes of Titan? No, we do have interceptors though for Sergeant Smith. 462 to 459, very close on the old VPs. Looters unable to stop the advance of the brother captain. You can't suppress this guy, but he'll take huge amounts of damage at close range from a setup team. Strat squad with a bit of energy burst you saw earlier there on the looters to slow them down. Warboss gets a good stomp and gets a model off those Strat squad fellas. Brother captain's going to go down. Ran into looters. Daemonhunter needs to be careful. You have armor of fortitude for indomitable. That should be interesting. I think you can even... I think you can put enemy units in the stasis as well. Always been a bit confused about that. I believe the tooltip says any unit. But I'm not sure if I've ever noticed it used on an enemy unit. Certainly would be very useful to throw on an enemy and just take them out to fight for a while. Sluggers hidden by Commando Knob's Hyper Boys. They did get grenaded though, and here's some special attacks from a Strat squad. Our Eversor assassin just used his Hyper Metabolism Global, which gave him some energy and health regen, but now leaves him 30% more vulnerable for 10 seconds or so. He's going to lose his Strat squad here, Sergeant Smith. Not sure what happened there. Having some trouble. Are there stormtroopers? Oh, their stormtroopers are getting messed up. They're probably looking up here. Kommando knob is kind of headbutting them to death. Operatives here to help out. Grenade goes in from these stormtroopers. There's the operatives with their incredibly elaborate smoke grenade that they throw. That's what they start with. They can get an incendiary grenade if they get the fallback plan, and then they can get a melter bomb later on if they get their sergeants. Those guys can do a lot for you. Looter's doing a lot in the mid. Really helped stabilize the Orks here a little bit, but they don't have the VP. Warboss, are you going to hit them? There we go. They were kind of running alongside each other for a while there. It was a bit weird. Here come more looters. Interceptors teleporting in. And then run away. Where is the Daemonhunter? He's also running away. Saw a weird effect on the looters there. Was that Indomitable? It might have been. Little blue effect. Warbanner sneakily behind this structure here for the Tenso, doing some good stuff. Double Warbosses in play. Any of them have a boss pole yet? We do have a boss pole up for DoomTrooper, who's down to just Slugger Boys. Guess had a rough go of it in the southwest. There's energy burst into some Strat Squad melee. Yeah, those guys are quite fierce in Tier 1, the Strat Squad. What is this? It's Sluggers getting on through. Those guys thought about chucking a grenade, I think. And then all the fire and pain said otherwise. Daemonhunter now getting messed up by Daka. Oh, puts Indomitable on himself, so that is what it looks like. Blue, like bluish red effect around their feet. Something to look out for. 461 to 314. Tier 2s. Everyone aside from St. Galahad, who just got some late interceptors up at some point. Northeastern VP turning red for the Orks. None of the VPs natural on this map, so you get a lot of double and triple caps. Sneaky operatives trying to get things done, but they got caught by Daka and shooter knobs that can spot you when you're sneaking. Got some gens up there that are Ordo Malleus, and they get bashed at the moment. They've stolen some Ork gens, and the Orks ain't happy. Sync kill here for the Eversor assassin. Stab to the face. It's not meant to proc the sync kill until there's only one model left, but sometimes it does. That sometimes the script doesn't fire all the time, or it doesn't fire in time, or something like that. Shooter boys getting big shooters on these guys. More range, more Daka, and the ability to suppress. War Truck. Sluggers supported by War Truck here could do a lot of work. They've got their Knob Leader and their burners. They're going to be very, very mean. Knob Leader has a power melee weapon, as well as those burners, of course, that the other fellas get. Again on the gens here. Just going straight for the gens. The War Truck would allow them to reinforce double Sluggers into the War Truck. Could do a lot here for DoomTrooper. Warboss is down somewhere though, down right here in fact. And here's the Tenso's War Truck. Looks like they're going to come for a revive. No war gear on this fella yet. Commando's got a special shooter, an Orky shotgun. Terminator Librarian in play for Sergeant Smith, and we got a Rhino for I'm Tilted. Looks like it's going for las cannon to hunt down the War Trucks. Defended their power. Rhino now chasing down the War Truck. Also allows you to reinforce off it, much like those War Trucks do. Seems like that shot completely missed. That one hit though. Might be able to get this done here. Needs to keep driving. Oh, it stopped driving. Now it doesn't have the vision to get that shot in. Back towards the mid. A bunch of Orky Daka. They do have that central VP. Here come operatives. Might see him chuck out the... oh, they don't have their fallback plan yet. There's a melter bomb though on the War Truck. Can they finish it off? Interceptors are in there. Not a whole lot they can do. I guess they can try and smack the rear armor, but the Rhino gets it done with a las cannon hit. Sluggers all popping their Swampum. The War Trucks didn't get a lot of time to shine. Interceptors teleporting in now. They They have their Justicars. Yeah, they both have their Justicars. They have power melee weapons. And you get that fancy disruptive teleport. Also, psych out grenades thrown in there to suppress. Warp or vomit from this weird boy who might be a little bit vulnerable here. There's bulwark up on the interceptors. Warboss stomps them and goes in with a power claw. This is the Tenso. But they deal with him. He's very isolated there, might go down. Looks like they are going to survive barely. We've got a power claw up for DoomTrooper as well. They're now getting some tank busters. Oh, more tank busters. They already had some. 406 to 287. Good start to tier 2 for the Ordo Malleus team. Although, what is this? Their power got taken here. Going to take it back. Warboss cleaving through the Strat Squad. Gets a stomp and runs away. Well played. Unlucky maybe not to get 2 models off those Strat Squad fellas. But Ordo Malleus took the center. Brother Captain goes down. Rhino drives away. They are now taking a natural power back. Nothing for the Eversor Assassin yet. Not sure if the Brother Captain had something else. Level 3 Kommando. Spiky armor on the Warboss of the Tenso now to help fight off the interceptors, I guess. Orks taking southwest. Orks taking mid. Kicking off towards the northwest. Weird boy with some friendly fire. Warp Vomit goes in. Should get the Eversor down as the explosion on death. And his sanctuary from the Terminator Librarian. Enemy infantry units in a way can't enter that. Great tool to use to protect a ranged blob or just help you escape something nasty. Here comes the Daemonhunter. Tried to get a revive maybe. A bunch of Orks to clear off first. Going after the weird boy right now. Zap has a jump to the Kommando, and now the shooters, that's from the weird boy, jumps between units and does damage as it jumps. Weird boy for Laurr and the Tenso. Suddenly interceptors, big retreat now. And there's that psych out grenade to suppress. Also drains energy, I think. Weird boys have so much energy though. Because their abilities are really expensive on energy and they get it back by other units using War near them. The cool mechanic. 368 to 225. Warboss is not pleased with these Strat Squad, these sneaky Strat Squad ruffians around his power. Oh, here's the off-map Vindicare support from the Eversor that reveals all enemy units for a short duration. Brother Captain's going to get revived by the Daemonhunter. There we go. And then runs away. Got no other war gear. Nob Squad on the way for Laurr. Sergeant Smith with Purifiers up. Going to get their Justicar. They'll help fight a Nob Squad, that's for sure. But they can't take them on 1v1. Nob Squad just has too much hit points. Down goes the Terminator Librarian. That's unfortunate. The Terminator Librarian has a lot of cool support abilities that would really help out the Purifiers. Tier 3 for St. Galahad. The Tenso just closing in on Tier 3 now as well. Good usage of this Rhino by I Am Tilted so far. Grenade thrown in. It's a smoke one from the operatives. 354, 219. Orks falling behind a bit in their VPs. Purifiers throwing out the psychic field there to silence some stuff. But then they take a couple of weird boy shots in a row actually. That gets them off the field. Purifiers are really cool though. That heavy melee Justicar Nemesis Demon Hammer and some power melee swords. Oh, down goes the Rhino. Just as I said it was doing well, Kommando shows up. Eversor pops the Psychon to try and make him pay. But I think he's going to be alright. Yep. And here's the Nob Squad. No upgrades, but they're still pretty potent melee fighters without them. Heavy melee, used choppers, big bucket of hit points, getting their meaner and greener up. 354 to 191. These guys become very scary when they have all their upgrades and when they start leveling as well. It does make them very expensive though. Psych out used, but they pop frenzy to break suppression. We'll see what these purifiers can do with a bunch of help here, because the Nob Squad are just going to leave. Couldn't pop frenzy again because it just popped it, and the Nob Leader wasn't arrived yet. On the way though. Blue team have the northeast and southwest. This is the Tenso with trophy rack now. Got a constant AOE debuff. 25%, not bad. 354 to 164, 1-to-1 cat. Is that Mind Blades up? I think so. They're getting torn up by the spiky armor though, which does damage all around the Warboss whenever he gets hit. Not just to the model that's hitting him, but to all of them. You know what? They held up decently well, the Strat Squad there, considering that Warboss had a power core as well as the spiky armor. Got a looted tank. Got a battle wagon. We got some Grey Knight Terminators. Tier 3 well underway. Can the Orks stabilize a bit on these VPs? They have the northeast. Purifiers chopping through some shooter boys. Might just be letting them go down there, the Tenso, to start getting flash kits and the like up. Freeing up some population, which frees up upkeep, which frees up your resources income. Wagon says Sergeant Smith, indeed. Doesn't have any units inside though, which means all of the guns won't fire, and it's slower, as you can see there. You just throw one unit in there, you get all the extra Daka. Meanwhile, a level 3 Brother Captain Holy Armor of Titan, Nemesis Demon Hammer, and that Bulwark, of course, throws up the Immortal. I think it's quite short. It's only like 6 or 8 seconds or something. Now has to run. Those guys need to get on the VP quickly, no messing about. Looks like tank busters are on it. Meanwhile, northeast, Purifier trying to hold the VP by themselves. Now they have some help. Interceptors coming in with that furious intervention. Looks like the weird boy might go down here. Grey Knight Terminators going after him, and they get him with a smack of their power melee splash damage halberds. Nob Squad are here. Grey Knight Terminators don't quite have the insanely scary DPS of Lightning Claw Terminators, but they'll really help you out against a Nob Squad for sure. Warboss level 6 for the Tenso could be a massive threat in the late game here. Level 3 Warboss for DoomTrooper. We'll see if they get a bunch of levels in the late game here. Nob Squad on the field now for DoomTrooper. Got their jammers. And here comes the Nob Leader. Don't have the meaner and greener yet. 328 to 128. Bad news for the Strat Squad here. Oh, they just popped the energy burst, which is actually a pretty cool tool to have late game against Orks when they start throwing Nob Squads out. Some on-demand snare, which their frenzy can't break. 324 to 128. But the captain doing his best, throws up the Immortal to leave. Seems like Immortal stays up when he's retreating, which is quite useful for those dicey retreats. Kommando Nob getting the northeastern VP. Stormtroopers though grabbing this contested northeastern power, which is fully genned up. Back to the mid, turning red. Flash gets on the field for the Tenso with blasters up. They're getting some really late sluggers. Oh, to repair the looted tank, I guess. What is this green crap? Oh, is that Imperium Brain Mines? It is for the Daemonhunter. Also has the Force Glaive. Inferno's pretty good. That's another good tool to use against a Nob Squad. On-demand disruption. Power melee weapon as well. with decent DPS. Battle Wagon seems so slow when it doesn't have a unit inside all of a sudden. I guess I don't usually see it without a unit in there. Orks are taking the mid. It's the Nob squad on capping duty and up in the northeast. The Stormtrooper trying to get some VP action. But, you know, Daka said no. The Tenso trying to get the shooter boys on it now, I think. The level 4 shooter boys for Laurr. And here's the Sluggers repairing the tank, which hasn't got a level yet, but it does have reinforced plating and a fair chunk of XP. Stormtroopers getting Daka'd in the face and run away. And there's the cap, 278 to 120, double at the moment for the Orks. The Immortal gets a decap here in the southwest. And there's the demolishing strike. And here's Interceptors with their sight cannons in hand, going after the battle wagon, which tries to run them over. There's a little bit, so there's a light running over there, and they teleport out. 259 to 120. Holocaust thrown up by the Grey Knight Terminators, messing with the Nob squad. Another good tool to use against them to stop their advances, but they still get in there. Interceptors teleporting in. Looted tank. What are you shooting at, buddy? You're shooting at the Interceptors, okay. Kommando Nob doesn't seem to be up to much here. Not sure what's going on with Laurr's Kommando. Wasn't really helping in that fight. Vinegar Assassin goes down. Didn't even see that guy on the field. What is this effect here? Not sure. But it doesn't stop them chasing these Grey Knight Terminators down. They got a model. And then they get a grenade. And then they run. Was that meant to be indomitable? Didn't stop them doing stuff. It did look slightly different. Wish we had air. Was that ALR? Not sure what he means. Level 7 Warboss by the Tenso. Level 3 for DoomTrooper with heavy armor. There's the double cap. Oh, I think he means ALR, A Land Raider. Shotgun blast and he leaves. Might be able to stay and play there. What's going on southwest? Interceptors teleporting out. Looks like the brother captain just killed some stuff there. Oh, did he wipe out the Nob squad? He is certainly dead. And DoomTrooper doesn't have a Nob squad anymore. Well done, Mr. Brother Captain, level 4. Back up to the northeast. Interceptors getting into a whole bunch of trouble maybe. There's a psych out grenade. And then they run. Orks don't really use energy all that much. I guess the Kommando Nob does. And it burned away some of his energy. 178 to 119. Single cap for Ordo Malleus. They're looking a little bit depleted. Tilted down to 2 units. And they're floating resources like absolutely crazy. Land Raider Crusader is on the way. They have enough red to nuke as well. There's a psychic field from the purifiers. And the Eversor has gone for the Neuro Gauntlet. Bunch of power melee damage, also charged with the assault armor. And there's a Land Raider Crusader that is sent from St. Galahad. With all of the heavy bolters. 167 to 100. OM have no normal AV, says I'm tilted. They do have a lovely conversion beamer on their purgation actually. Pretty good AV. 144 to 100. Triple cap now for the Orks. Orbital bombardment coming in. Big fight in the mid. All of a sudden the looted tank goes down. Battle wagon makes it out. There is another war truck in play though. But the captain chopping through some sluggers. Pops the Immortal to escape. Rocks on the Land Raider did a lot of damage actually. But it survives. And they retain the central VP. Have they retained the others though? They have. The triple cap remains. The There's 2 Land Raider Crusaders on the field. 1 Nob Squad, 1 Flash Kit. 2 tanks, the battle wagon still around. Operatives aren't going to get the northeastern VP. Warboss couldn't quite get an attack in there. Eversor Assassin is down. Here comes a Vortimer Razorback. Not sure if the Ordo Malleus fellas have time to recover their numbers here. And they're not doing too badly in their armies. Not doing too badly. Daemonhunter's down though, and the Eversor is down. There's only so much frontline heavy lifting the Terminators can do. There's the off-map Vindicare spotting support again. 62 to 92 on the VPs. There's the 1-to-1. Orks are getting the middle back though. Land Raider Crusader does have multi-melter on top, so if he gets closer to tanks, he can threaten them. Beamy Death Gun Looters setting up here. Did they hit the Terminator? I think they did. I think they bloody did. The Crusader gives you health and energy regen. But you can't retreat back to it like you can a Redeemer. But the Captain just throwing himself into the back lines to take some attention away from the capping stuff, I think. Pops the Immortal and keeps going. Level 6. Down goes the looted tank. Interceptor's doing a decent job here with the Psycannons. Level 4. Good damage to all targets. Getting some rear armor hits. But the Captain's in there too. He's only got a regular melee weapon though, this hammer. It's a lot of DPS, but it's regular melee. And runs away. Brother Captain did well there with that push. 34 to 92, but it's still 2-to-1 against them. What's this? Purifiers grabbing northeast. Well done to recover here, the blue team. Commandos on the way. There's 1 squad up already for Laurr. There's the Commander Nob himself. He's back at base. Lost top, says Sergeant Smith. That might be it. Can they get one of these other VPs back in time, the blue team? That Terminator is getting stuck into the battle wagon. Throwing up the Holocaust on those sluggers there. And rocks coming in the mid. There's the double cap for the Orks. Something decap the mid. Some brave sluggers, I think. I think this is going to be it. More looted tanks. Some are going down though, eh? Beamy looters setting up as well. They've had, yeah, quite balanced armies actually, the Orks at the end there. Typically you expect Orks in a 3v3 to like find something that's working and spam it. But no, we saw a good mix of commandos and nobs and flash kits and tanks. Look at these heroes. Eversor Assassin level 5 at the end was back to his feet. Trying to cap as well. Wouldn't have made a difference though with the mid uncapped, I think. Because they would have got the mid back, the Orks, at some point. Daemonhunter level 5 with the glaive. Brother Captain got level 6. Some good work at the end. Using his durability to just kind of push back the Orks. Level 6 Kommando Nob. With sneaky infiltration kit and the kaboom. And the Warbosses were level 9 and level 3. The Tenso's Warboss really had a massive influence towards the end. Lots of cleaving with the Power Claw. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for getting us a faction war to enjoy. Thanks to the Tenso for hosting lobbies, and I'll see you next time.